Hello there. How's everyone doing? Let's see. Let me try to find it. Okay, I'm back. Let's load the game up. Hey bunnrings, I'm Korakira, your ever curious and ever loyal companion, and your personal guide to the retro realm of bunnhop. Konnichiwa, Korakira tomoshiban, yoroshiku onegaishiban. Now we're back. We are back. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Let's continue. I remember last time we did this stream, broadcast or whatever. We were going around the Imperial City surroundings, I guess. And then also we were on the hunt for Shadow Banished wine inside forts. So I guess the best thing to do is probably continue that. How are we doing when it comes to inventory? In terms of inventory, we are doing quite well. I think we've got like 20 is that pounds? I don't know, kilos or whatever that we can still carry. Pounds, I guess. Kilos would be too heavy. 20 is good, right? It's not that bad. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope you're all having a great weekend so far. Great start of your weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. I don't remember exactly which ones we've already completed. But if I remember correctly, this Fort Cactus, we weren't able to complete it because we ran out of lockpicks. How are we doing on lockpicks? Probably not good. Not good at all. We don't have a single lockpick, so we have to, that is one of our goals, I guess. The stream is to, you know, find more lockpicks. We've got caves. Should we just focus on forts today? I feel like caves might also give us a little bit of, you know, boost in terms of lockpicks, right? We can go to the sideways cave. So last stream we stopped at the inside the market district of Cyrodiil because we were running out of space. So before we ended the stream last week, we had to drop off our stuff, sell them. Oh, and also last stream we were able to complete the Shadow Banish, not the Shadow Banish, the Rumari Slaughterfish. Rumari Slaughterfish quest. I guess we've been here, but we didn't get to thoroughly complete it. I'm not sure. Hidden Lake. Let me see. It looks like we've been here before. That's what it looks like to me. But these things have respawned. Yeah, I remember this rat. It is weird that things respawn really fast in this game. I don't think it's been a week in the game since we were last here. I'm not quite sure. Where's that other imp that we vanquished? I don't know, I can't find him. We might be just wasting our time, I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember that. We were here. But there's a small part of it that we failed to, I don't know. Explore, I guess? Well, more experience. The more experience we get, the better anyway, so... I guess this was like one of the first few places that we visited after we managed to escape from the Imperial City prison. But we're here for lockpicks and experience. I really want to be able to get to that area, but that also looks like it's a dead end. Oh, it is a dead end. I just thought that maybe there's another way to get there. Yeah, I remember this was the one with the lakes. Or the lake rather. It was like a watery area. How? Okay. But we have grown in strength. I can feel that. I can feel that we've grown in strength. I remember when we were last here, it was kind of hard. I almost died once, probably. I remember this guy, the dead treasure hunter. And this just goes up here. It's so interesting, I guess, that the oh, you can take that iron shield. I don't know. I don't use iron shield. Maybe this one. Oh yeah. So basically, because this dungeon has already kind of reset, and enemies have since then respawned, that means that loot has respawned as well, which is of benefit to us. That's so interesting that this dungeon has the same layout to the dungeon that we were in last stream. The one with the adventure. The orc adventure that we met. That's something interesting, I think. I mean, I think that some people might disagree with me on that because they'll think that it's like lazy. Lazy level design. But to each his own. Ooh! I don't know if that happened last time. I guess it did. Yeah, this was an alien ruin. This was our first alien ruin. A couple of streams ago. It could have been the second stream or the third stream that we had before our hiatus. Dodge. Oh. Okay, we got him in one shot. Lucky, I guess. Because his health is decreased like pretty slowly. Another skeleton. This alien ruin is filled with skeletons of alien people, I guess. Where is that imp? Where is that imp? We lost another corpse. Oh, there we go. Because I want to take back my iron arrows. Take it back. Oh, these are boats. I thought they were caskets. I'm not sure if anyone gets my references whenever I make those kinds of references. Oh, if you do, if you're watching right now, or if you're watching this as a video on demand, as a VOD, and you get my take it back reference, please raise your hand. I want to know how many other people are into Catalina. Alien Reliquary! Botham's Insight Tome. Base Ring of Endurance. I'm glad we came back here. We were just in search of lockpicks, but we got something else. What is the Botham's Insight Tome? Oh, it is a spellbook. Botham's Insight. It detects life. 150 feet for 5 seconds on self. Alright. That's it, I guess. And we also got an endurance ring, which fortifies our endurance. From what I read, endurance isn't really... Ooh, a nearly tablet. Ooh, we missed this last time. A hazy translation is scrawled here. Meridia Child. Earth root power. Sea wave like. Earth like a flood. People out. Escape. Present tense imperative. Oh, we actually didn't miss this. I remember this. I spoke too soon. Earth root power. Sea wave like. Earth like a flood. So the alien ruin got flooded and people tried to escape. Meridia Child. So could they be followers of Meridia, the Daedric Prince? We've got soul gems. Another skeleton over here. So going back to a dungeon isn't really a waste of time, because if, you know, when chests and all that, chests, locked chests, unlocked chests are, ooh, sideways cave, goes back to sideways cave. When they respawn, then you've got a better chance at getting more loot, I guess. Especially that specific loot, that alien chest that we opened. That gave us quite a bit. Oh, yeah, we've been here. We also have a Garrulus. I don't know. Is it even... Should we even go in? I guess. We're already here anyway. A hazy translation is scrawled here. 4-star hour time. Terror of the most terror of Meridia came. What is the most terror of Meridia? Is this tied to the... Oops, sorry. Is this tied to the Meridia Daedric Prince quest in this game? I'm not sure. There's an imp over there. No! Dodge. Oh my. Why? Well, he's missing too. There we go. We've got one of the imps on the second floor. That took a couple of tries. Fork. I don't need a fork. We're not here to eat pasta. Pasta? What? That was so mean. Who did that? Is it the imp? Is it Meridia? Is it Meridia herself? Rat meat. So I just entered this cave just to see if there would be lockpicks here that we could loot. If not, that means it's not really worth re-entering caves or dungeons that you've been to already, that you've cleared already previously. I just need some lockpicks. That's all I need so that we can move on and complete the Fort Cactus dungeon, as well as the other chests from other dungeons that we couldn't open because of our lack of lockpicks and previous lack of lockpicking skills. So we've gotten better. We're getting the hang of it. We're not pros yet, but we're getting there. Ooh. Main chamber, I guess. Sit on throne. I am the king of this castle, or Alid Ruin. It feels like this is a quest location. Base Ring of the North. I feel like I've had that. I've taken that last time. I'm not sure. Choking Grass Tone. Might as well learn these skills even if we're not mages. We might come in handy in some other time, I guess. If we run out of choices. Do you want to add Choking Grasp to your spell list? It drains health, 35 points for 3 seconds on touch. On touch? What does that mean? Does that mean that the enemy needs to touch me first? Like, they need to be very close to me and attack me with their hands? With their paws, I guess, before it drains their health? I'm not sure. A hasty translation is scrawled here. Stone settlers, builders, not rest, wake Meridia. Terror of the most terror, haste to safe home. They tried to escape and go back to their safe house? Because they were attacked by the terror of the most terror? Stone settlers, builders woke Meridia up? Is that it? That is an exit. This is the imp that we disposed of. And we're back here. And I remember the exit is somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, over there. Okay, that was a quick dungeon, thankfully, because it was a redo. Second time of this dungeon. Just to see if it was worth it. I guess it wasn't. And I also thought that we weren't able to complete it because of this grayed out part here. But I guess it's just because we couldn't get to that location because of the rocks that had fallen. I guess we're back here. So the only thing to do is to jump across like this. And then head out. Do you think we have to go back to the market district to sell stuff? Let's take a look at our inventory on C. Okay, we're pretty good. It was just 5 minutes. No, not 5 minutes. What am I talking about? 5 pounds or whatever. Excuse me. I am a little sick. We have been to Fort Maggie. I remember that was the semi-underwater fort. I guess we can now head to, let me see. Let's double check Fort Maggia. Mars the Muse on YouTube says, howdy there, lads and ladies. Welcome to the stream, Mars the Muse. Thank you for stopping by. How are you doing? Are you currently at work? Ooh, let me... Where's my chat? There. So I can have a better look. Have a better look at the chat. Yeah, we have been here. There were a few locked chests that we weren't able to unlock because we ran out of lockpicks. I remember. Let's go to the Memorial Cave. Maybe we'll find some lockpicks there. I know there's like some black market dealer that I remember hearing about or reading about who sells lockpicks. I just don't want to bother looking for him right now because we've got dungeons to crawl. Mars the Muse on YouTube says, good to see you as always, Rosie. How sweet of you. Oh, this is the Memorial Cave. It is always a pleasure having you here, Mars the Muse. I don't think we've been here, so let's go ahead and scour this location. Ooh, fire. No, never mind. Those are... That's the burnt corpse. So, do you think we've got conjurers here or vampires? Because they're the ones who usually do that. Mars the Muse is also on Twitch. Sorry, I'm jumping ship, says Mars the Muse. Don't worry, you're welcome. In both platforms. Either platform or both platforms. You're always welcome. Glad to be back, says Mars. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, sorry. I thought that was a an enemy, but they are rocks. Zombies! It's not Halloween just yet, but they're here. They're here. Mars the Muse says, so Cora / Rosie, how are you two doing, huh? He says on Twitch.
I guess. Just my eyes playing tricks
I'm
on me.
okay. We are doing quite well. I was just sick. I'm still kind of sick. But I've been sick for a couple of days now. Since Wednesday. But I'm feeling better. Ooh, these are vampires. I knew it. This is 30 pounds. This is worth 30 pounds. That's a bit too heavy for me to carry right now. Because I usually like, you know, stripping these enemies of clothing. Of armor, not clothing, okay? Because I'm not weird. of armor so that I can sell them to merchants. Because, you know, armor can be valuable. Depends on what kind of armor. Must have been the wind, says someone. Another vampire conjurer. Rose on Twitch says, we're just in dungeons today. Dungeons are still interesting. They sometimes hide lore or valuable loot, or both. I guess Rose doesn't like dungeons. No, what did you do? Please don't turn me into a vampire. Please, 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 please. That's like...
Blood
my worst fear in an Elder Scrolls game. Or in any game. Any game. And in real life, I guess. Mars the Muse on Twitch says, I'm goodish. The ish part goes away when I see you guys. Aw, that's really sweet of you, Mars the Muse. You really appreciate that. I hope that this stream can help you unwind and start your weekend right. Kirura Kev on Twitch says, whoa, rare bunnhop stream. Welcome back to the stream, Kirura Kev. I remember you prefer to be called Kev. Thank you for dropping by. It is a rare bunnhop stream. I must agree. But I think this is our 3rd or 4th stream. Probably 4th stream. Since our comeback, since we came back from our hiatus period. Yeah, we're trying to stream once a week these days. Because we're kind of busy, but... Ooh, it's a dog! No, it's a wolf. We're a little busy these days, but we're always busy anyway. But we usually find time during the weekends to stream, to play some games. Mars the Muse on Twitch says, it's been one of those days. Oh no, what happened, Mars? I hope it's not today wasn't too stressful or miserable. Kev says, yee, glad to see ya. Good to see you too. How are you doing? I hope that you are enjoying your weekend, the start of your weekend. Mars on Twitch says, I hate mages, but I love magic. Help. You can be a lone mage. You definitely shouldn't be in a coven or whatever. It's a vampire knight! No! Run away! Shoot him in the face. Shoot him in the face, because he's got no armor in the face. No helmet.
Come to me, sweet
no
flesh.
armor on his face. On his head. My apparel is broken!
Won't you die?
Why won't you die?
Yeah.
He's tough. He's a toughie. Mars on Twitch says it was a bit overwhelming and I'm watching Squid Game Season 3. Oh, I don't remember watching Season 2. I'm not sure. I think I haven't watched Season 2. We haven't watched it. Haven't seen it. Let's prepare our apparel. So that we've got a little bit of defense. Even if it only provides us with, like, I don't know, 3 defense or probably even 1. Better than nothing. These ones. There we go. That's enough for now. I want to save them for later. Any other loot here? Lockpicks, perhaps? Because that's what we're in dire need for. So how is Squid Game 3 going? Which is your favorite season, by the way? Is this going better than season 1 or 2? Mars says, I am losing it. Oh no, why?
Who's there?
In a good way or in a bad way? Mars says, the show is just the right amount of effed up to make me not think about it. Ooh. Oh no.
What's that? Where are you?
This woman. This lady can't find me. I can't find her either. Oh, she's over there. Oh, there are 2 of them. This is a guy. No, this is a woman.
You're pathetic. You fall down and bleed.
Oh, they're both ladies. One is a thief and the other is a wizard. My apparel is about to break yet again. Now it's broken. We're living the broke life here. As long as I'm not a vampire, I'm happy. Because I can't be... Oh, yay! Finally! Lockpicks! That's what we're here for. Lockpicks. Mars on Twitch says, oh my god, Squid Game is so good, but I'm listening in both a good way and bad way. Mixed reactions then. You got mixed reactions. Have you tried watching the Fallout TV show? We're over encumbered. Help! Why does it always happen to me? Is it because I'm a hoarder? Which one is broken? I can't see any. What did we pick up that maybe we can eat some of these stuff? Oh no. What did I do? What did I do? What was that skill? Was that heal? Let me go check my character if I've turned into a vampire. We are just fatigued, I guess. Show active effects. We're okay. Drain fatigue. Oh no. Oh no. We're done for. Right after this dungeon, we have to go pray to a god. Because we've caught the disease. The disease. Mars on Twitch says, on a scale from 1 to yes, God F yes. That sounds like you are enjoying the season. The most recent season of Squid Game. That's good to hear. He says I'd say it's the latter. The latter, which one? And he adds that he highly recommends it. Okay. Well, because we don't have a Netflix subscription at the moment, so when we get a subscription, that's probably one of the first things that we are going to watch. Mars the Muse on Twitch says Fallout was lit. I think I left off on episode 2 of season 2. I've been so busy, but I gotta catch up. It's our favorite. I think it's the best thing that happened to television and streaming. Mars the Muse says vampire puff. Thank God, says Mars the Muse. Yeah, it does. It gets better after episode 2 of season 2. But why can't I talk today? We are over encumbered. What can we do? Can we get rid of a potato? I was saving those potatoes because I wanted to be a chef. Because I'm usually a chef in these games. Let me see. I want to sell stuff. Maybe the steel dagger. I don't need this. Mars on Twitch says, hold on, ad break, sorry. No problem. I wish we could control when ad breaks come, but unfortunately I'm not well versed in YouTube and Twitch ads. I don't really know how to do Twitch either. Like, I'm not very good at Twitch. YouTube I can kind of understand, but not sure about the ads. I just picked the one that's kind of like balance. That kind of option. But I will have to check it. If it actually is the better option. The more balanced option when it comes to ads. Because I definitely don't want to bombard our dear friends with ads. Ooh, a key! Yay, yay! No! I thought that key was for this gate. Why have I got 2 steel bows? I'll use this. And then I'll get rid of the other steel bow. I don't need that. Marzamu says, the best thing to happen to television, huh? What is your favorite non-streaming TV show, Mars? I think mine is Fallout. Hold on. Okay, that's what he said earlier. Mars says, well, I thought season 1 was great, to be honest. I agree with you on that. And Rose says, yes, it is very well written. Definitely agree 100%. Rose says, especially if you are familiar with New Vegas, which I guess a lot of people are familiar with, especially because it's considered one of the best Fallout games. What are we trying to find? That one. So 1, 2. No, that's the one that we're trying to find. So 1, 2, 1. No. Oh no. Let's reload. I can't bear losing lockpicks. Marzamu says, my favorite non-streaming show. I'm a little family, says Mars. Little family? Oh, Rose also says your mind will be blown watching season 2. True. Lockpicking is hard. That's what we're looking for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? I'm confused. There. I'm so bad at counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. So 1, 2. No, there's more. Oh, we're missing out on those slow ones. Whoop. You know what? I'm done. Rage quit. Rose on Twitch says, if you have played New Vegas and there are a lot of references and it's set after the game. Mars says, I'm trying to think because I don't watch many of them. Ooh. And Mars responds to Rose with, I played 3 and a fraction of 4, even a tiny bit of Vegas, so I already know stuff is gonna fly over my head. I see. Fallout New Vegas was my first Fallout game, but it's not my favorite. I would say my favorite is Fallout 4. Because I think New Vegas is a bit too lonely for me. You know what I mean with like the desert setting and stuff. I do love the vibrant colors of Fallout 4. I feel like it is less of a post-apocalyptic setting and more of a, well, it is still post-apocalyptic, but it's starting to civilization is starting to flourish a bit better, a bit more. So it's a bit more of a hopeful setting compared to that of New Vegas. There we go. That took so long. I didn't even bother counting that second time, or third time rather. A headless zombie. It was just too much for me, the counting. Because there's like a couple of times when it's low. It's not just one time. So it gets confusing quite easily. Mars the Muse says, say Cora, do movies count and watch movies more than shows to be fair? Oh, I think my question was because I said that it was Fallout is the best thing that happened to best thing to happen to television. So I was like, I wonder what Mars's favorite TV show is, non-streaming. Because my favorite TV show non-streaming is Z Nation. And then the second one is SVU. Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Last year, or was it 2 years ago? We started 2 years ago. And we only managed to finish it like mid last year. Watching SVU from the very first season. And then 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago rather, we tried to watch the entirety of The Walking Dead from its first season. That was something. It was long. The first few seasons were my favorite. The last few seasons were kind of, you know, lacking a bit, if I say so myself. But that is just my humble opinion, of course. So which way do we go? A steel bow. That's a steel bow that we got rid of. Rose on Twitch says, Mars, I think you will still enjoy it a lot. Lots of stuff happened after the second episode till the end. That is true. And Mars responds with, honestly, I like my games either colorful like Sonic or bleak like Dark Souls. You like both sides of the spectrum, I guess. I do love colorful games. Ooh, yay! Finally! I'm so happy! I can finally be an alchemist. We've got Curaz the diplomat. I want to be a diplomat. The major that I took in college or at university was basically the path to becoming a diplomat. I want to be a diplomat. Mars says, ooh, I got one. I really like Vinland Saga. What is it about? That sounds interesting. And Mars responds to Rose, but I'm definitely gonna watch it now. Mars says, Kitty Cat Alchemist, what? Yay, Kitty Cat Alchemist. I am a Kitty Cat Alchemist who also happens to be a bard. Oh, did Rose look it up? She says it's interesting. Oh, we missed one path, just one path. We are over in Cucumbered, so we are going to get rid of that. Ooh, okay. We might have to. Never mind. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Sorry for the very slow walking speed. I don't want to leave anything behind. I want to be able to carry everything and sell them because I've only got 1,400 septims to my name, or in my name. If you notice, I suck when it comes to using prepositions in any language. Even in Japanese, I would be like de, no, ni. I would be like, what? To my name, I think is the correct one. I suck at using prepositions in any language. Even the country where I'm from, the country's native language, which I have forgotten and unfortunately cannot speak anymore. But although I can understand it, I also sucked at using prepositions. Really bad. It's probably the tism, because I don't know if something is on top of something, inside something, on something. It's a tism. Mars on Twitch says, it's so good, my humble opinion, one of the greatest anime of all time. Oh, it's an anime. I see. I was asking about TV shows, like live action ones. No, I'm just kidding. Anime counts too. Mars says, I'm not good at language, to be fair. I only speak the one. No, I'm pretty sure you are. One thing that you're good at that I am not good at is that you know and can speak the language of the country you're born in, which I can't, unfortunately. Rose on Twitch says, same here, I'm terrible at language. That's not true. That's not true. Rose is just humble. But yeah, Rose also just knows one language, which isn't a bad thing, because Rose knows a lot more things than I do in some other ways, and can do a lot more things than I can in some other ways too. Vikings is good. It's a live action one, says Mars. I think I don't know if that's the same Viking show, but I think we tried watching a Viking show in the past. I just can't remember which one. But the main character, the protagonist, was like some really, I don't know, overconfident guy. And then even...
Well,
oh,
who we
Lord.
got here?
Oh, Lord. She can go invisible too. Like I can. We're both invisible babies. I almost died there. And then I think he was sold or something like that. But even then, he was still very overconfident, and we just stopped watching. Because it was like, where's your character growth, buddy? I thought he'd be a bit more humble, a bit more interesting, someone that you can root for as a protagonist, but no. He was sold into servitude, and he stayed overconfident. Rose on Twitch says, your song lyrics were great though. Oh yeah, because Rose is the one editing videos and stuff, so she was really impressed with Mars's song lyrics. Because if you don't know, chat, my precious bunnrings. Oh, I forgot. We have to switch to sword and shield for this one. Our Bunny Brigade member here, Mars the Muse, is a singer-songwriter. A very talented one at that. I don't want to die. Let me get my potion of healing. This is such a messy playthrough, to be honest. Let me see. Mars says, "Aw, stop." Mars also adds Ragnar Lothbrok. The only Ragnar Lothbrok I know is from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And Rose says, it's true, very nice lyrics. Oh, it's a show on Netflix, but I forgot the name, she says. And Mars responds with, thank you, no problem. No Game No Life is on YouTube, and he is yawning. He's really tired. He's bored of this messy gameplay, I guess. But good to see you in the chat. No Game No Life. I hope you are doing quite well. This fine. I think it's Saturday afternoon for you too. I hope you're not too bored of this messy gameplay and our very slow walking speed today. Because I'm hoarding again. I'm hoarding again. Oh, No Game No Life says, no, I just woke up. Good morning, No Game No Life. Have you had breakfast yet? Or do you do brunch instead? Mars the Muse on Twitch says, I do my best. Of course you always do. And Rose responds with, we also really loved your acting for all the bards. Oh, by the way, chat, I have an announcement to make. Let me go to my stream overlays. Just chatting. Hello. Hello. Hello, friends. Hello, bunnrings. I have an announcement to make. Our next Ragnarok Online lore video will be out in, I'd say, less than 2 weeks. So you still got time. You still got time to support us on Patreon and on YouTube, or on YouTube, whichever platform you prefer. And $1.99. I'm really bad at marketing, but or sales, I guess. $1.99 gets you your name immortalized on the credits of our next Ragnarok Online lore video. And every time we release a video, not a live stream, a video, your name, as long as you continue to be a subscriber, you are still subscribed on either Patreon or YouTube, or both if you prefer. Your name will continue to be immortalized in any video that we upload, any non-live stream video that we upload. So please consider joining and becoming an official pink bunnring on either Patreon or YouTube. You can find the links to both platforms rather, in the description of this live stream. It's patreon.com/bunnhop, and you can also go to youtube.com/bunnhop/join. That's it. I hope you continue to support us. Continue to support us, and I hope that you would consider joining our bunnrings, our official pink bunnrings on Patreon or on YouTube, so that you can get your name immortalized on the credits of our Ragnarok Online lore videos, just for $1.99. No Game No Life says, game is my breakfast. That is one way to fill yourself up for the day. Give you a lot of energy, I'd say. That's it. That was our ad for the day, I guess. Let me see. Let's look at our chat. Mars the Muse on Twitch says, Rose, stop! I'm too dark to blush. Hey, people in any skin color, any skin tone can blush. Believe me. Because I've got friends of various skin tones, different skin tones, and they can all blush. Marcy Muse on Twitch says, ooh, fancy. And Rose responds with, your voice acting and songwriting skills are incredible though. That is accurate. Where is our way out? Where is our way out? Is it just straight here? And thank you, Rose, for posting the links to the YouTube membership on both platforms. You can't see it, but my face hurts from smiling, says Marcy Muse. Why? Is it because I suck at selling stuff? And she also posted links to Patreon on both platforms. Just $1.99 gets your name immortalized on the credits of our YouTube videos. You're doing fantastic, says Marcy Muse. I don't like selling, which is why I'm not on. I'm not in sales. I'm not in sales. Mars says it's just a dark cave full of flaming corpses. Yeah, it's definitely not a good place to invite people. Not an inviting place to invite people to join my subscriptions. I agree. We are just gonna be running. Not running, walking. All the way there. Because that is a market district, right? We can also take the road. Can we? No, that will make things slower. Okay, while we're swimming, let's take a look at our invisible cat. Ooh, wow, we're not sinking. We're too heavy, but we're not sinking. Interesting. Mars says, I mean, it's not the nicest advertisement venue, but hey, it's cool looking. It's true. I couldn't be bothered exiting the cave first. It's y'all's fault, says Mars. Oh no. I hope it's not too painful. Are you at work right now, or are you done for the day, or are you on? Is it your day off? This looks painful. Swimming while you're over encumbered all the way back to the market district just because I'm a hoarder of some sort. I love those bun emotes. Rose on Twitch says sorry with a crying emote. I took a mental health day, says Marcimus. That is very important. I hope that today serves as a relaxing, calming day for you to rest and rejuvenate. And I hope that this pretty chill and slow stream can help you with that. We're just here, swimming, until we get to the market district. What have I got in my inventory that's really weighing me down? I think it's like the cuirass and stuff. I need a player home, but I guess I haven't really. I can't afford it, number one, and then second, I probably haven't really progressed through the plot, the main quest yet to get a player home of my own. You're lucky I like you guys, says Mars. Oh no. Was it really painful? I like the bun hiding emote that Rose is using on Twitch right now. I like all the emotes. They're so cute. They're made by Lunaria. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys join our YouTube memberships, you will be, and our Twitch membership too. You'll have access to the emotes that were made by a very talented artist named Lunaria. They're very cute. Look at that! I love that hype emote. The bun hype emote is so cute. So please consider joining. I think it's $1.99 to get your name immortalized in our videos, and then $4.99 for the emotes. Mars on Twitch says, no, I'm alright. I'm just getting flexed on with all these emotes, smiling like an idiot. Why? You know, typical Mars things. Rose is flexing all the emotes. Oh, I wish I could gift membership. Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, last time before our hiatus, we gifted memberships. We might be able to do that again sometime soon. Ooh, oh yeah, we've got free emotes on Twitch. I totally forgot. See, because we had a 5.5 month hiatus. There are some free emotes on Twitch. If only YouTube could do that too. But yeah, we've got free bun emotes on Twitch. We've got bun hype and bun wave. I think a couple of bun emotes, but no Korra emotes. Those are subscription only. So you've got bun hype, bun wave, bun hide, bun laugh, and bun sad, I think, or cry. We've got 5 bun emotes for you all on Twitch. Ooh, okay, we've got those. How do I get to the market district? Do I have to go all the way around? I guess so. Too many emotes. Yay! Mars is using the bun hype. I just realized. I just saw it. Thank you, Mars. Sorry, Squid Game got me in a chokehold once. No problem. Oh, are you multitasking? That's so cool of you. I wish I could multitask. The last time I could multitask was when I was 9. I was doing my homework while watching TV. That was a long time ago. Multitasking as a 9-year-old, doing your very easy math homework while like multiplication or something. Multitasking. I said multiply. Not a single ply toilet paper, it's a multiply. So yeah, it was like a very simple multiplication or fraction homework, and then I was watching TV too. Please take your time, lol, says Rose. Ooh, we've got some people on Twitch. Welcome one and all. Thank you for the follow. It's a holiday. I hope today's a holiday for you. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Happy weekend. Morris on Twitch says it's really disorienting when you're laughing and then almost crying. Oh no. Sorry, I had to hydrate. It's a holiday on Twitch says, Heya, saw your videos in Ragnarok Online, had to say they were great. I totally appreciate it. Thank you so much for saying that it's a holiday and more to come. I was just mentioning that our next Ragnarok Online lore video will be out in less than 2 weeks, and you still got time to have your name memorialized in the credits of that specific video and all our other non-livestream videos that we are going to publish. Just for the low price of $1.99 on Patreon and on YouTube as well. I'm kind of slow today, sorry, because I've been hoarding. That's why we are over encumbered and we are on our way to the market district. Can I jump? No. Yeah, I will be reminding people throughout the entire 2 weeks that if they are interested, they can consider joining on Patreon or on YouTube so that they can get their name in the credits of our next Ragnarok Online lore video, which will feature the very talented voice actor and singer-songwriter Mars the Muse here, who is a member of our very exclusive Bunny Brigade squad. Brigade squad. That's redundant. Bunny Brigade. Why can't I talk today? Bunny Brigade. There we go. We're taking our time here. Taking our time. This is chill play after all. Oh yeah, on Patreon I have already started uploading the once a week cozy play episodes of our new cozy play series there on Patreon, which are no commentary playthroughs of cozy games like Stardew Valley. Mars the Muse on Twitch says, W holiday. Holiday. Your name reminds me of the beautiful songstress Miss Billie Holiday. If you are a fan of the Fallout series, you probably know her songs. Let me think of one song from Fallout 4. Let me see. Oh, crazy he calls me. Sure, I'm crazy, crazy in love.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
Like the wind that shakes the bough, he moves me with a smile. The difficult I'll do right now. The impossible will take a little while. That song. Where is the Market District again? We can go through the arena. I don't know. I guess. Marcimise on Twitch says, okay, I see it. Show tunes. Show tunes. It's a holiday on Twitch says, haha, thanks, you're welcome. You better sing it 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. 100, 100.
What is it, citizen?
Is this the way to the Market District? We can take that shortcut, I guess. The last time we went to the Market District, it was the other way. It was the Elven District that we passed through. Ooh, we can hear the clamoring of the audience. I want to be the champion of the arena. We're just a bit too low-leveled and under-equipped for it. If I have to hold up the sky, crazy calls me. Sure, I'm crazy, crazy in love am I. This leads to the Imperial Palace, I think. The arena, says Rose. And Mars says, fight, 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 fight. It's a holiday, says great voice. Wow, thank you. That's really kind of you. I'm flattered. I hope you guys are excited for our next Ragnarok Online lore video. We put in a lot of effort making that. It'll be out in 2 weeks, which gives you time to subscribe. I'm just kidding. It's just $1.99 a month. Okay, we are here at the Market District. Time to sell it.
Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse Courier.
It's a holiday on Twitch says, doing great Easter holidays finishing though, so I'm gonna miss the peas. Oh no! I hope that you make the most of your Easter holiday. And that the stream can help you rest and rejuvenate before you head back to work. This is not the place. Oh yeah, it is. Three brothers trade goods. I love selling to the three brothers. I don't know why. Mars says, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the follow button. Smash that Patreon. Smash the Patreon.
What do you want?
I guess I had to let go of
Have a look around.
of,
You won't find better
of a couple
prices
of
in all
these things,
Tamriel.
like resist frost. Well, it's 0.1. I think we should hold on to these rings because we might encounter a foe that uses frost on us, like one of those conjurers, wizards, mages rather. Fortify endurance. I don't really need endurance. That one we can let go of because it is pricey. I need that gold. Cuirass of Diplomat. It's so heavy. And it's also an iron. It's an iron armor. So I have to let go of
You've
that
made a
as
good bit of
well.
gold.
What else can we sell? Bone meal. I don't need that. Half of our imp gall, because we are going
Fine
to be
transaction.
trying to create potions and poisons. So I am going to be keeping some of my alchemical ingredients. I don't need potions of sorcery. I am not a mage. Couple of rat meats and a couple of sacred lotus seed. Some vampire dust. I'm sure we will be able to encounter more vampires out in the wild. And a few more sorcery potions. I think that's it. Feather, I guess. I don't need that.
That's a good deal.
Wait, I don't know if these soul gems are filled. I haven't checked. Because we can then enchant our stuff. Does he sell lockpicks? No, I guess not. I think that's it for us.
Come back and see me again. You too.
Mars on Church says too much. Smashing the Patreon. And Rose responds with not at all. I haven't heard of anyone of smashing Patreons. I don't think Patreons are meant to be smashed. So how are we doing on inventory space? We've got a couple. Should we start our journey into becoming alchemists? I guess so. Tutorial. Combine ingredients with similar effects to create potions and poisons. Your alchemy skill will make your creations more powerful. The more potions you create, the higher your alchemy skill will increase. Use additional apparatuses to improve the strength of the potions you create. Okay, something that is similar. Let me see. That's damage health. That's damage fatigue. That's damage health too. So we can use some of those with this. Let's see if we can create that. Ooh, what did we get? I'm confused. Clear all filters? That's restore health, shock damage, damage fatigue. Can we do this? We are missing a novice retort, so these are apparatuses, and a novice alembic, as well as a novice calcinator. The retort increases the magnitude and duration of all positive effects of the potion. Okay, so these things just improve the potions. The alembic decreases the magnitude and duration of negative side effects of potions. This one, the novice calcinator, increases the magnitude and duration of all effects, both positive and negative. increases the magnitude of also the negative effects. Wonders. I wonder. Oh, we can also name the potion. Can we do this one and then this? Ooh, ooh, ooh. How do we remove these? Do we just use it again? How about this and then this? Oh, we can't create that. How about this? We cannot create that either. Can we just do this? I don't know. Let me see. This one and this one. We cannot create those. There's like a specific combination that we can. How can we... Oh, here we go. And then this. Nope. I guess not. How about these? No. Okay. Maybe that's it. Those are all the things that we can do at the moment. How about these? No. Filters. Oh, okay. I get it. We don't really need filters at the moment. We don't have that many alchemical ingredients. So crab meat with Karen bolete. I guess that doesn't work either. What were we doing earlier? These two, right? How about that? Still nothing? Resist disease. That's important. I guess that doesn't work either. Okay, I guess that's it for now. We have created 2 new potions. Let me see. We've got... Is it... Which one is it? What do we get? I don't know. Healing, I guess. Or cure disease. I need a cure disease because I don't want to become a vampire. I don't want to be a vampire. Oh, we don't have it anymore because we've cured our disease. I'm happy. That constitutes a hard save. Let's head on back out. Fatback Cave. It's the big bat cave. Oh no. Goblins. Why am I... Oh god, that was just so funny. I was barehanded. I wasn't wearing my... I wasn't holding, rather, my sword. Let me get my repair hammer. We should repair this, this, and this. Have we repaired them? I guess so. My personality is being drained? I'm starting to lose my personality? Is that what it says? Well, it's not here now. Ew! I've got a bug! I've got a bug on myself! What was that? There were like cockroaches on my arm. Did you see that? Did you all see that? That was scary. That was disgusting. Was it from the rat? Were those buggies from the rat? I don't know. Maybe it was a graphical glitch. Holiday on Twitch says, it's been very chill Easter and gave me time to look through streams and finally play some games I've left on Steam. Ooh! That's great news, Holiday. Which games did you play that you had left on your Steam? I've got a couple of games left on Steam. We purchased Mirage last year, if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't really gotten to playing it. Well, we were on hiatus for 5.5 months. 5.5 months, we weren't able to play any games. We were too busy with other things. Real life stuff, sadly. Sneak increased. Oh, and we can level up as well. How much gold did we get from that guy? 2,932. Okay, we are getting better at bartering. Holiday says, I had to complete BG3 and Skyrim. Ooh. Those are really good games. Where are you up to in Skyrim? Let me check which way. Caves. Dungeon crawling. That's all we've got for today. And not much interest, sadly. I feel like I've been here. No, we haven't. This is our first time here, I guess. We've got spider webs, but there are no spiders. Ooh. Oh, this goblin got smacked in the face, but he left us our he left us a lockpick, which is great because that's what we need. More rats. Should we go down here? Yay. A goblin. So did the goblins make this sorry, what was that called? This trap. Did they set that trap? But then one of them basically got smashed in the face. Smacked in the face with that trap. I don't need an iron bow. I've got a steel bow. More traps. Holiday says, I spent quite a bit of hours on Skyrim recently. That's good to hear. Skyrim is one of my favorite games. I'm gonna take some of these wisp stalks for alchemy. And Rose says, we love Skyrim. BG3 is a long one, isn't it? Holiday responds with, I'm doing a survival run as a vampire. Not gonna lie, I've been enjoying just exploring, lol. Ooh, vampires. I hate being a vampire, but I hope that you are enjoying your gameplay as your playthrough rather, as a vampire. Survival run, that sounds really challenging, especially as a vampire. And exploring. Exploring is one of my favorite things to do in games. So we've got that in common. Holiday says it's pretty long. I'd say yeah, it is kinda. I hope you're still enjoying it, even if it is a bit challenging. Rose asked, what vampire are you? Are there different levels? Vampires. Vampires. You got a weak potion. Cheap wine. And an easy to open chest. Oops. One. Oh, there. Okay. There, we did it! We did it. Small crate and a crate. Holiday responds with, I'm just a basic vampire. Haha, makes you have to think about fighting mobs only at night. Oh. That's interesting. That definitely sounds challenging. But I'm sure that you found a way to enjoy it. You found a method, a system. Oh no, an average level lock chest. Can we do this? Can we do this? Mars the Muse on Twitch says vampires are one of the best classes to be. Oh. And then Holiday says since no regen in daytime. That is definitely challenging. I am not going to be able to do that. And Mars says mainly because I like using Oriel's bow. Let's see if we can open this lock chest. Whoops. I'm gonna reload. I don't want to run out of lockpicks again. No! There. There. I need full concentration when dealing with locks. No! I'm gonna reload. Lockpicks are very hard to come by in this game. Holiday says, yeah, you can be infected with vampirism by normal vampires. That is true. That's what happened to me in Skyrim, and I really hated it. Mars the Muse says 2 words, dead sun. Holiday says, which is basically separated from the pureblood ones with abilities. Yeah, pureblood vampires are more powerful than the regular vampires. And Mars the Muse says, it's so badass, but also creepy, but mainly bad. And Rose asks, there are also different stages too, right? I think so too, because we just got the disease a couple of minutes ago. In one of the, what is that called? The caves that we went into. But I drank the cure disease potion, so that removed that disease. We got cured of that disease, and we're no longer gonna turn into a full vampire. Because if I'm not mistaken, in both Oblivion and in Skyrim as well, if you turn into a full vampire, you can only do a some sort of a ritual where you need to finish a quest in order to be cured of vampirism. This is so hard. There. I don't want to mess this up. There. Usually it's a third lockpick that's really tricky. There we go! We did it! It's just 25 gold. I can sell something for like 50 gold really easily. Oh no, it took so long doing that. But I guess it was worth it. Oh, we need to get to the Great Chamber of the Fatback. Mars the Muse on Twitch says, yes, the regular ones and then Harkon's bloodline. Harkon's bloodline gives you a vampire lord form, so it's cool. But really gross, but so cool. Pure blood. A pureblood vampire. Definitely more powerful than a regular one, but kind of gross. I don't like transforming into like those big scary monsters. Oh, hey! Our little baby is saying hi. Can I, Ooh, okay, that didn't work. She's a little bratty. Rose on Twitch says, like a gargoyle. That's true. She gets really barky when it's almost time for her snack. Because she's just a little baby. We just got her about a month ago. From a kennel. She's just a little baby. A torn sack of grain. Green stained cup cap. I guess that's an alchemical ingredient. And then... she's so routine based. She knows when her feeding times are, and then she becomes a little bratty when it's almost her feeding time. And then we feed her. Ooh, our apparel is broken once again. We feed her 3 times a day because she's just a baby. Oh, the puppy says Mars. And Rose says, oh, is that thing that looks like a demon? Yep, that is it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It looks spoopy. It doesn't look cute. If I were to be a vampire, I would be a cute vampire. Holiday says, didn't realize you had other socials before, so gonna drop a follow on Insta as well. Thank you so much, Holiday. I appreciate that. Yeah, our stream element spot usually randomly drops links to our socials. And we've also got Patreon and YouTube memberships as well as Twitch memberships. Or Twitch subscription, rather. Mars on Twitch says, what kind of puppy is she? She's a Yorkshire Terrier. And Holiday on Twitch says, I actually found your channel since I was doing research for a D&D campaign inspired by Ragnarok. That sounds really cool. I'm glad that Ragnarok Online is also popular among D&D enthusiasts. Oh, I'm not even gonna redo that. Because we've got a couple of lockpicks. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. Slow, 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 slow. So I guess they're all just slow. I see then. But I can't hit him, shoot at him, across the gate, or through that gate rather. My intelligence is being affected, I guess. A dead captive! Oh no! He's being hugged by that skeleton underneath him. Marzimu says, if I could be a vampire, I wouldn't be. Oh yeah, that's true. I agree with you on that, Mars. We are the same. I don't like being vampires. There was a time, a very traumatic time. A very traumatic time in my Skyrim playthrough. This was when I wasn't streaming yet. It was a long time ago. It was the first time I played Skyrim. When I didn't realize that you could become a vampire just by being attacked by regular vampires. So I didn't realize that I had the disease. The lady over in Whiterun, the alchemist lady, kept saying that I look pale and all that, and I thought she was just trying to sell me one of her tonics. So I just ignored her. And then a couple of days later, in-game days later, I just started, you know, losing strength and all that during daytime. And then the screen became red and all that, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I felt so traumatized. And then I had to look up, immediately had to look up what to do in that situation. I'm gonna get rid of this cuirass, chainmail cuirass, because that's iron, if I'm not mistaken. It's a hard armor, a steel armor rather, not a leather armor, which is what we are using for this playthrough. Mars on Twitch says, but if I actually could, I would rather be like a day walker. Yeah, that would be convenient. Mars also asks, is your Yorkie a vampire? No, she's not. That would be creepy. No, she doesn't drink blood. Guide to the Imperial City. I'm gonna take that. But I'm not gonna read it just yet because, you know, that would take time to complete. Mars says, oh, hold on, Jeff Goldblum, man. You really have to specify that it's a Jeff Goldblum ad. Why? Do you have a thing for Mr. Goldblum? Or do you think he's like super cool or whatever? Rose on Twitch says, I hope you enjoyed the Jeff Goldblum ad. Oh no. I feel like we've been here. Yeah, it was just one big loop, I guess. There is that small area over there as well as here that we have yet to explore. I guess it's this part of the cave. With a wooden door. Ooh. I wonder what's behind this door. More ugly faced goblins. Why do they look so angry? If they only smiled, they would be less threatening. Threatening. Another lock chest. Oh no. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting better at lockpicking. Yay! Woohoo! That means we can go back to Fort Cactus after this. And actually complete that stinking dungeon. Marsamu says, I mean, Jeff is pretty cool. He is. I think he is a great actor. Iron arrow and lockpick. Oh, we've got another one here. Two of them, actually. What are they waiting for? We are getting better at archery as well. Or marksman, rather. Marksmanship is what it's called here in the game. Oh yeah, and at the end of well, after the previous week's stream, I was like, am I playing on easy because it's getting easier? And then I looked at my game setting. No, I was actually playing on adept mode. Adept mode. So that means kind of like normal setting, if I'm not mistaken. We were just there, right? Marsamu says, his Jurassic Park days were my childhood. That is true. I do remember him in Jurassic Park. I love the Jurassic Park movies as well. Oh no! That's our first death. Oh. Oh. When was the last time we died in this game? We probably didn't, right? We haven't died. There. I made sure that he didn't activate the tripwire. Can we jump over it? Yes, we can. And then there we go. We can now activate it. That was so funny. Oh well. And this guy hasn't really noticed us. Marsamu says the second one where he was the main character? Rose says same here. The first and second one with him in it were great. And then Rose says yes. Morris responds with people poop on it, but I love that one. I loved all the Jurassic Park movies. Except for the newer reboots, you know, the reboots with whatever his name is, Chris Pratt, I think. I don't know. I just don't feel like I don't like poisons. I'm just gonna throw them there. I don't think Chris Pratt should be in a an action movie. That's all I can say. That's my humble opinion, by the way. That is just me. Of course, I know people who think that he is a great action actor or action star. Rose on Twitch says, "Yeah, I always wondered why, but it was a fun movie." And Mars responds with, "Jurassic World made me very upset." Oh, Rose says, "Yes, it's definitely better than the newer ones. The first three were so much better." Mars responds with, "Cause it's just not it. The first three were freaking gold." True, true, true. Jurassic World. I think that I've stopped watching movies back in, I don't know, 2018 maybe. I don't remember any modern movie or new movies that ooh, never mind. That one's worth more than these ones. That have I don't remember any modern movies that has successfully captivated my my interest or whatever. Captured my interest rather. Or captivated me. I'm not sure about you, friends. Bunnrings. There we go. A silver nugget. Rose says, "I watched the first three so many times." Mars the Muse says, "Chris Pratt is definitely an actor." He is. Everyone who acts is an actor. Oh no, someone's trying to snipe me. I much prefer the movies of the action movies of the 90s. What was that? Ooh, it was a bear trap. This is a bear trap too? No, I don't know. Wow, this cave is huge. We've been here for a couple of minutes already. More than a couple of minutes. Marsa Muse on Twitch says, "I was like 6 when I first saw it. My top 4 movie series of all time were Spider-Man, Men in Black, Jurassic Park, and Harry Potter." I loved Men in Black. Love, love, love. Especially their theme song. Men in Black. Ghostbusters were fun too. I loved Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters! If there's something strange. If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? Bunnhop. Oh, where does this lead to? Oh, it's just like a cave-in. Same laws as Rose, and Mars responds with, I'm at a ripe old age, so now I can see the world for what it really is. A bunch of rehash ideas that just don't hit right anymore. I ain't afraid of no buns. True that. Yeah, same here. I feel like a lot of things these days are just remakes. And there aren't that many movies that are original. Which is just quite sad. I do miss it. I do miss the time where, like, I don't think that movies, like for example, if one movie has this idea and then another movie kind of uses the same idea or concept, I don't think that's a bad idea. The problem is if everything, if all the new movies are just another cave-in, what's happening in this cave? If all movies are just like Jurassic Park, I don't know, The New Age, or I don't know, Marvel Origins or something, or Alien Reborn or something like that, and it kind of feels odd, you know? Like, you want to be able to enjoy similar concepts, but in a new form. A new format, perhaps. Because everything has been done. Been there, done that, as they say. So everything has been kind of used and reused. A creative would be someone who is good at, I'd say, reimagining old ideas instead of just building from pre-established franchises, I guess, because that's a bit easy but also ambitious, because a lot of people would prefer the older ones. That's like a psychological thing. Because nostalgia is a big determinant of whether or not you would like something. Like, familiarity, rather. So I feel like a lot of writers and showrunners, producers want to play it safe, because familiarity is easy, but at the same time they're also kind of like being a bit too ambitious, because don't they know that people would prefer movies, like the old movies, the old version of movies, the originals, because they watched it at a time when life was easier for them, you know, like childhood or teenhood. Yeah, I'm interested in all of these things because I love psychology. Oh wait, let me go look at the chat. Marzamu says, I ain't afraid of no buns, I mean ghosts. Rose responds with, true sadly. Holiday says, I'm hoping the Elden Ring movie by Alex Garland will be good. Ooh, that would be interesting to watch. Thank you for sharing that, Holiday. I didn't know that there would be there is an upcoming Elden Ring movie. And Holiday responds with, yeah, it's done by A24 Film Studios. That is promising. I hope that will turn out to be good. They did a lot of well-rated movies. Holiday adds. And Rose says, lots of game-based films these days. Yeah, there's also going to be a BioShock TV series and a Mass Effect movie, if I'm not mistaken. Marsamu says, that's why I'm the business of writing my own stories now. Everything is subjective, but you hit the nail right on the head. Everything's been done. You just gotta put your own flavor on it, you know? Period. I wish I had a sound effect here. Maybe this one. Yeah. I 100% agree with you, Mars. A talented creative would be able to... Ooh, a steel shield. Put their own flavor on, what do you call it? A reused idea. Wait, there's an Elden Ring movie? Asks Mars the Muse. Holiday response would really hope they don't butcher the Elden Ring movie. I hope so too. And Holiday adds, yep, it's in production already, and there have been sneak peeks at the studio set. Cool. And Mars the Muse says it's just nostalgia bait. It's like, just be real. Like, if I see a Skyrim movie, I'm gonna scream. Same. I don't know how I'd feel. Rose and I were very skeptical when we heard that there was gonna be a Fallout TV show, but it turned out to be amazing. And Holiday says, oh, Bioshock and Mass Effect, gotta keep that in mind. Rose says, clap, clap, clap. Rose also adds Assassin's Creed 2 on Netflix, I think. Yep. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, because the Assassin's Creed movie was kinda... I didn't even get to the 30th minute. I think I kind of saw like the first, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. I was like, I'm not sure. Our little baby's saying hi to everyone. She's like, feed me. Humans, feed me please. Oops. Ooh, we are now at 18 lockpicks. Yorkshire Terriers are known for being quite stubborn and bratty. Like, she's very vocal. She is quite vocal. She only barks when it's just about her feeding time. And also when she needs help. She needs her potty pad to be cleaned. Also when she's bored. She gets a little barky, but most of the time she's calm and relaxed and she doesn't really talk much. Let me see. I'm being very careful with this one. There we go. Yay! We did it! Mars the Muse on Twitch says, oh yay, more lockpicking. Hi baby doggy, he says. Hello baby doggy. Is that it? I think that's it. We can now go back to the entrance. If we can find it. We can now finally leave this cave. Baby doggy says hi back. Oh, this baby doggy is named after one of the Daedric princes. Can you guess? We had another doggy friend, doggy baby, before. I think it was like 4 years ago, but we had to give her to her vet because we were at a rough patch. We were in a rough patch at that time. Like we didn't really know where we would be. We were like, should we go back to Japan? And it was like, you know, the very chaotic time back in like 2020, 2021, where the world was kind of we didn't know what to do, so we had to give her. But that baby doggy was also named after another Daedric prince. Holiday on Twitch says, for Assassin's Creed, hopefully it doesn't end up like the movie, lol, but I'm willing to give it a chance, haha. Same here. And Mars responds, so that's all little dog, sadly. I have a chihuahua and he won't shut his little face. They do tend to bark a lot. That's true. We had a toy poodle before. That was our first doggy baby. And she was quite quiet. She was quiet for the most part. It's just that she was too energetic. Like, she wouldn't stop. She just wanted to play all day. We had very little energy compared to her. We do have, even now, very little energy. That's just our, that's just who we are. But I guess like it wasn't really a good match, basically. And we weren't able to train her when she was very young because we were in the process of moving countries. So sadly we weren't able to, you know, give her all the training, the basic training that she needed when she was very young. We provided her with everything she needed, of course, like food. When she was sick, we would go to the vet and all that. But training-wise, no, we couldn't do anything. We were very, very young too, like very, very young. So that was sad that we couldn't keep her. But she wasn't as bratty as this little baby doggy. You almost wouldn't hear her bark. I think she never barked. There was one time on the Narita Express when we were moving countries, when she barked at a salaryman. I don't know why. Maybe she felt threatened by that specific guy. That she barked at that Japanese guy on the Narita Express. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. Marcin says Shiogorath? Wait, no. Namira? Azura? Meridia? You got a couple of them right. You got both names right. Somewhere there. On that list. In that list, rather. Holiday says, although Netflix does have a reputation of straying from the story, like what they did with The Witcher. I agree. Yeah, I think we stopped watching The Witcher after a couple of episodes. And Mars says, I'll let him know. I'll let him know? Which one? And Rose says, Holiday, yeah, true, that tends to happen most of the time, sadly. Holiday says, I had an English Springer. She was super energetic as well. Aww, so cute. Oh, your dog. Okay. Mars says, don't expect him to say hi back. Your dog. He's a Gemini. Mars says, yes, first try. Holiday says, kept having to take her for walks. Ooh, too energetic. And have an open backyard as well. And Mars says, you know, little dogs have more energy than big dogs. Most people don't know that. That is true. Very true. Yeah, the Spaniel breeds are very energetic, says Rose. It was the first time she barked, lol. Mars the Muse says, oh, I heard someone say they love psychology. Yeah, I do love psychology. And Holiday says, yeah, haha, my family had a Saint Bernard when I was younger. He was the complete opposite. Bigger doggies are more calm. If I were more physically able and we had a bigger space, I would probably get a Labrador Retriever. We would probably have a mama. A Labrador Retriever. And Holiday says, oh, okay, I've read that. Sorry about that. Very low energy, I guess, says Rose on Twitch. Ooh, we are running out of time. We are 2 minutes over time. But we will head back to, what was that? I've killed that goblin. We are heading back to, the market district to sell off some stuff. And we'll head to Ailswell to our free room, board and lodging, to level up.
I've never shopped there, but I know she
from the
can.
Shut up,
University
women!
stay
Ladies, stop gossiping, please. We're all just talking to each. Ooh. Did we enter? I think we're okay,
Be happy to help you.
even if it was red.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I
What
interest you
do
in?
I sell? What do I sell? I don't. Oh, maybe these ones.
A fine transaction.
I do
Made
have
a
a
good
lot
bit
of
of
weak
gold.
potions of healing. If only I could store them somewhere.
That's more than... You drive a hard bargain.
I don't. We've got a couple of these flawed pearls. Might as well sell them. A silver bowl, we don't need that. Anything that he sells? No.
Come back and see me again. Take care.
Marzamie says, I'm always obviously a big dog. Probably something like a Great Dane or a Rottweiler. Ooh. Interesting. The goblin is folded like an effing Family Guy character. Jesus Christ. Ah. Ladies, please. STFU, says Marsden Muse. And he's also asking what kind of doggy would Marsden Muse be?
King and Queen Tavern isn't a bad place.
Oh, I myself would probably be a toy poodle. The thing about a Labrador Retriever, I was talking about like if we had more space here and if I were more physically capable and all that, I would probably have a Labrador Retriever. Let's head on over to Ailswell to level up. Because I love Labrador Retrievers. They're very sweet and caring. They're great family dogs too. But personality-wise, if I were a Wan-chan, which is a cute way to say dog in Japanese, I would be a toy poodle. Because they're cute. And they're highly trainable, they're intelligent, they're sensitive. But mostly cute. Rose says, I honestly have no idea. I think Rose would probably be the King Charles Spaniel or something. A lapdog. We have ascended to level 8. The secret does seem to be hard work, yes, but it's also kind of a blind passion and inspiration. That is true. I agree. I'll work on my personality. There we go. Do, 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 do. And then we'll leave our character here, maybe just outside Ailswell Inn. What is that? Oh, there is a cave over there. Ooh. Beautiful view of the Imperial City. We'll probably do this as the thumbnail for today's stream. There we go. The beautiful aurora on top of the... Are these a Gerald Mountains? I don't remember what they're called. Gerald Mountains, right? Hello, I'm here again. Marzamune says, toy poodle? Why not a real poodle? I like being tiny. I kid, says Mars. A big fluffy poodle, says Rose. I would be any breed that just leaves, says a bulldog, I guess. Holiday says I'd probably be a German shepherd rather. Those are really nice too. I love them. Fluffy little, big dogs. You know what, Rosie? Same, says Mars. That's real AF, bro. Love German Shepherds, says Mars too. To Holiday. I agree. And Rose says, oh nice, like dog meat from the Fallout games. Marcy says, now I'm hungry. Is that bad? Dog meat? Please don't. Please don't, Mars. Dog meat is just a name. I'm sure you know that. Wait, Jeff is back, says Mars. Oh, no more Jeff Goldblum ads. Mr. Goldblum is here to stay, I guess. I wonder what it is about our stream that Mr. Goldblum likes. Does he like the Elder Scrolls? Welcome back, Mars the Muse. And Holiday says lol. Anyway, I hate to leave you guys here, but sadly, we've run out of time. We'll be here again, hopefully next week. Probably same time. And definitely same channel. Same place. And for next week, we are still going to be dungeon crawling. I plan to go back to Fort Caractacus or Cactus or whatever. And also go back to some of the caves that we've explored, and forts as well that we've explored, but we couldn't really complete because we ran out of lockpicks. I just wanted to go back and take the loot from their lock chests, I guess. And then if we can try to go to these Aelid ruins as well. We're more of a dungeon delving type these days around the Imperial City. I want to get to that before we go back to Coral and do some questing there. And then we'll find our way to Skingrad, Kvatch, and Anvil. Also, we shouldn't forget the Imperial Reserve and the county of Kvatch. And that's our plan, at least. I mean, it can change at any time. But thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you all had a wonderful stream. And I hope to see you guys next time. I wish you all a great weekend ahead. A restful and fulfilling weekend. And also, don't forget, you still got time if you want your name immortalized in the credits of our upcoming Ragnarok online lore video, which will be out in less than 2 weeks. So if you are so inclined, please try to hop onto our Patreon, patreon.com/bunnhop, and try to be a member. Or rather, consider becoming a member on our YouTube, which is youtube.com/bunnhop/join, so that you'll have your name in the credits of our upcoming Ragnarok online lore video for just the low price of $1.99. Thank you all for stopping by. And little doggy baby also says hi and bye, rather. Until next time, take care, good night, and goodbye.